The ultimate guide to winning your ex back. My name is Coach Adrian, love and relationship coach. And in this video, I wanted to provide you with a step-by-step plan, a guide, so that you can figure out how to win your ex back. There are a lot of misconceptions when it comes to the process of getting an ex back. I've heard people who think that this process is one that is manipulative, or one in which desperate people are willing to do anything to salvage a relationship that has flamed out for a reason. But nothing could be further from the truth. And these types of arguments usually come from individuals that have not taken the time to really understand what the process of breakup recovery is all about, individuals that have not been around individuals that have been able to reconnect with their ex in a meaningful way and to build a life, and with individuals who are perhaps letting their own experiences, their ego, or perhaps certain insecurities cloud their judgment. Based on our philosophy, based on years of coaching individuals that have gone through breakups and successfully rebuild their relationships, we know how powerful breakup recovery can be, both for individuals and also for couples. The reality is that most people simply don't have the tools, the knowledge, or the experience to be able to effectively navigate through a romantic relationship. We meet someone, we fall in love, and before you know it, our lives are intertwined. But yet we don't have the communication tools and the ability to resolve conflict in real time. And so we have a tendency of hurting the one we love, making mistakes, and pushing that person away. And so very often what we see is two people who love each other, who have similar values, who are prepared to do the work, end up broken up or separated simply because they did not have access to the right information and to the right guidance. And if you come into a process of breakup recovery with the right intentions and with the right mindset, it can change your life. You can turn a crisis into an opportunity for personal growth and to live a life that you are proud of and that's more aligned with your authentic self and with your values. And in the process, you can develop tools and skills and qualities that will enable you to build a healthy relationship, or I should say to rebuild a healthy relationship with this person that you love and lost. As many of you that follow this channel know, this is something that happened to me personally. So I'm not just talking about the experience of others that I've helped, but I'm also talking about my own personal experience with my now wife. And so it felt important to give you all of that background and foundation before talking to you about a process, a guide to winning your ex back. As you know, we have coached thousands of people to successfully rebuild healthy relationships and to feel better. So we have seen patterns. We know what works and we know what doesn't. And although every single breakup, separation, or divorce is unique with its unique sets of challenges and characteristics, we understand that there are some fundamental concepts and patterns that are very important for you to know. So at the time of a breakup, it's very important for you to first and foremost take a step back and reflect on your actions. You need to be able to understand why the breakup happened, both from your perspective and from your ex's perspective. And you also need to be able to reflect on your actions since the breakup, both at the time of the breakup and what has happened afterwards, actually. If you don't develop this sense of self-awareness, you are bound to continue to make mistakes that push your ex away. Even though your intentions may be good, you're going to come off as desperate or manipulative because you're trying to convince someone of something that they don't want. And this is where it's important for you to take a step back. Now, there are many ways by which we can go about understanding what went wrong. One of the ways, this clear, most simple, straightforward way to do so is through coaching. By booking a coaching session with us, with our experience, within 15 minutes, I can pinpoint exactly what went wrong and why, and save you the hassle. But I also understand that not everyone can afford coaching. And another alternative is for you to really dive deep into our philosophy, watch a lot of our content, a lot of our videos, read a lot of our articles, or check out our programs, for you to start to put the pieces of the puzzle together and to develop that capacity to reflect both on what you did wrong, but also on the conditions that led to the breakup. Once you've identified what went wrong, you are now in a position to start to take steps to make things right. Not necessarily with your ex, but in terms of your own process of growth, personal transformation. Another way to figure out what went wrong is through communication with your ex, through open and honest communication with your ex. However, this can be tricky. This can be tricky because most people are not in an emotional state where they can effectively communicate with their ex. Either you will get triggered or you will trigger them in the overwhelming majority of cases. And that's why no contact, radio silence is such a powerful strategy. In essence, it's guardrails to enable you to continue to take steps to help you process the breakup, find answers, and not trigger your significant other, while at the same time giving them time to also realize that they miss you, for you to shine through your absence, like I often say in my videos. And so once you have been able to assess where you are, what is appropriate and what isn't, coaching, doing it on your own, communicating with your ex, and that third option is the most dangerous, then you can start to take action, because this is not a theoretical exercise. This isn't a class. This is your life. And it's about taking action every single day, building new habits, building new skills and qualities that will enable your significant other to naturally and organically see you in a different way. Because what we're trying to do is not to manipulate them, but actually evolve and change and grow to the point where they feel like it is in their best interest to be with you. Once that change has occurred, then we have found balanced. It is no longer you trying to convince them of something and putting them on a pedestal. It is also them wanting to spend time with you, wanting to partake in the exciting new things that you're doing, and also falling in love with this person that you have become again. The same version of the human being that they fell in love with but one that is more mature, that has more experience, and that is more attractive as a result of that. A lot of times, unfortunately, people can tend to be impatient and try to rush that process. You know you've changed. Something clicked after the breakup. You were hyper-focused and motivated to do this, and it's all to your credit. And other people around you are validating that change. Your friends, your coworkers, your parents, strangers in the street, showering you with compliments and telling you indeed what you already know, that you're not the same person and that you're ready to showcase it to your ex. But unfortunately, if you rush through this process before your ex is ready, you will push them away. And that's why it is absolutely important for you to be both resilient but also patient through this process of personal transformation. If your ex does not reach out to you first, then the next step is for you to initiate conversation with them. The means by which you do so can vary. It can be a letter, it can be a text, it can be a phone call, it can be a direct message on Instagram or an email. That's not what's most important. What's most important is the mindset that you're in, and to make sure that you do reach out to them in a thoughtful way. In a way that will enable you to start to reconnect, to reestablish what I often refer to as a communication platform. Because the point is to make sure that your ex doesn't feel triggered, that they're actually surprised, intrigued, willing to engage with you, so that we can progressively continue to escalate this until you have the possibility of meeting up with them. Because it's very difficult to seal the deal and feel like you're back with your ex if you haven't held them, touched them, kissed them, felt them. And that is true both for long distance relationships, but also for individuals that are going through a separation, or for individuals that have broken up multiple times, whether in a short or in a long distance relationship. So once you get to that point, then all of the work that you've done, all of the foundation that you've laid out through that process of personal transformation and rebuilding new habits will start to pay dividends. Because you will no longer need to prove to your ex that you have changed. They will see it in every aspect of your life, through your words, through your actions, through your demeanor, through the things that you no longer do, and also by the ways that you now interact and approach them. And usually by that time, you have been able to showcase that best version of yourself. And indeed, from experience, things can happen very quickly from that point on. And you'd be surprised that most of the time, you don't even have to try to seal the deal or to try to define things with your ex. They will be the one to verbalize the fact that they want to be with you. And I have tens, hundreds of emails of clients in the past few months that highlight how this process can be so organic and can happen so quickly towards the end, once the foundations have been laid out. So I really encourage you to stay patient, to stay positive, to take action. intentional, thought out, positive, daily actions. If you focus on the things that you can control, and if you follow this guide, I promise you that you will maximize your chances at building a healthy, loving, long-lasting, stable relationship with this person that you love. Now, as I said, what is going to be necessary is for you to continue to grow and to continue to develop your emotional IQ. And I invite you to click on the link below in order to discover a free guide that can help you understand our concepts and philosophies even better, and to provide you with actionable items that you can do today to start to walk this path the right way. It's free and it's just one click away. As always, I just wanted to thank you for your support and for your trust. I hope that this video will help give you hope, and that you are going to not just watch it and feel good, not just watch it to numb the pain that you're feeling, but that you're going to actually watch it and take action and take control of your emotional destiny. Because our videos are meant to help you take action. So, if you have thoughts, if you have comments, please leave them in the comment section below. You know that we love to engage and interact with you. We'd love to learn from your experience, what has worked, what has not worked. What part of the process do you really struggle with? So that we can give you a little nudge and a little bit of guidance along the way. If you have watched this entire video up to this point, then you, my dear friends, are fighting the good fight. You're invested, and I love it, because good things are going to happen as you continue to exert yourself in this process. So as always, please continue to fight the good fight. Thank you for your support, and see you soon for another video.